Hi, I'm back with another design team project for the Crafters Castle Challenge blog. This month we have an incredible digital set called Boardwalk, created by Tailor-Made Cards for You. The Crafters Castle Challenge blog is a monthly challenge open to everyone, including folks international. There is a prize given away each month, and it's anything goes is the theme. I will have links below in my description box on where you can find the Crafters Castle Challenge blog, as well as a link to Tailor-Made Cards for You, where you can find this and many more awesome digital kits. Here's a photo of a project that I created with the Boardwalk kit, and here's another photo of another project I created, and here are some of the cards that are part of this project. My video today offers you how to step-by-step instructions on how to create the loaded pocket and the 4-bar greeting card box. Let's get started. A loaded pocket is a dimensional pocket that you can stuff full of all kinds of goodies. My loaded pocket features some greeting cards and some tags created using the Boardwalk kit. This was so much fun. This digital set has so much to offer. I couldn't get enough and I could hardly stop myself. I just wanted to make more and more cards. Look at this, it even has little tickets, you guys. I love this one because it says see you soon, and on the inside it has tickets. And these birds are beautiful. I just can't get over it. Look at this. This looks like a canvas. It's just beautiful. I am just amazed each month when I see the new kits that come out on Tailor-Made Cards for You. I'm just so impressed with the level of quality. I really enjoyed making this loaded pocket. That's a charm. It's a seahorse. And those seashells are from a die set that I own that's from my stash. Check out this cute little box. Inside you will find some 4-bar greeting cards and envelopes. I love this little set, and this will be great to give away as gifts. So it just got the cute little belly band that slides over, and I'll show you how I made that later. First, let's talk about the loaded pocket. You're going to need a regular sized piece of paper. You're going to have to trim that paper so that it's 6 inches wide by 10.5 inches long. Save that long piece that you are going to need for this loaded pocket. On your scoreboard, make your first score at 7.5 inches. Make your second at 8 inches. This will give you a 1/2 inch depth for your pocket. I'm using my bone folder to score this. Now I'm going to take first of all, I'm going to fold over on the places where I scored just to start training my paper to be a pocket. It's hard to tell on white paper. This part here needs some adhesive, so I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. Again, this is a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper trimmed to 6 inches wide by 11.5 inches long. Save the extra long piece that's left over. Take and put your first score at 7.5 inches and your second at 8 inches. This will give you a 1/2 inch pocket. Okay, now we're going to take that long strip and adhere it to this section after I get my last piece of double-sided tape on. Now I'm going slow because when I first learned how to make this, the person that was teaching it was going really fast, and I had a hard time following. So I'm not going to speed this up because I want you to be able to kind of see it step by step. Now, if you're good, you can just line it up with this sort of butt up against the top of the scoreboard. I can't do that. I have to turn my stuff sideways to line it up. I try to line it up on top here, and I actually find myself not getting a good position. You really want to make sure that it is lined up with that first score mark. So I just turn it sideways. I have an easier time lining things up sideways. Now, ideally, you would have the same amount of paper on each side, but I didn't. You can see my right side is a lot longer than my left. Okay, so that was my mistake, but I'm not going to start over again. I'm going to keep going because in the end, you're not going to see that. It's going to be tucked into the pocket. Take your score bone folder and go ahead and score right where those papers meet, and then go ahead and score again at a 1/2 inch on each side. So score where the papers meet and then go over to 1/2 from there and score again. And this is really important because it's going to give you your loaded pocket. Now I'm just going to fold it so that I can get the paper to train where I need it to go. This is just regular 110-pound cardstock. If you wanted to, you could use a lighter weight, but I find that this is a good weight for holding all those contents in the pocket. I'm just going and I'm folding on those score marks, making sure that the paper is trained to lay correctly. Fold it up, and boom, there you have your pocket. It takes me a while to get it to line up because my paper doesn't want to lay the right way. I have to kind of keep refolding it, keep scoring it until it's broken in and ready to be finished. So yeah, you don't see those flaps, you don't see them, but they're very important because they are what makes the pocket. Sorry folks, I was really having a hard time getting it to fold right. I probably was crooked in some way, but it turned out nice in the end. I'm just trying to show you how it is a pocket. It's not complete yet, it's not taped yet, but that's what it's going to be. Now, here you want to take your pattern paper. You want to take a piece of pattern paper that goes all the way down to the bottom. Now, mine's too short. You really would like your pattern paper to be 10.5 inches long by about, I don't know, 5 3/4 wide. Because remember, this paper is 6 inches wide and 10.5 inches long. So I'm just taking some Beacon 3-in-1 adhesive and applying that to the back of this pattern paper that comes from the Boardwalk kit. In case you're wondering, I have an inkjet printer. It's not an expensive printer. I think I maybe paid $80 at Walmart at one point for it. It's just an inkjet printer that has 2 cartridges, one color, one black and white. And the quality of the printouts is amazing. I love the colors of this paper with the blues and the greens. It's really cool. I'm going to speed things up just a bit here because really all I'm doing now is applying the paper to the pocket folder, and I'm going to apply paper to the back as well. And I'm going to take another piece and trim it to the proper size to show you what it's supposed to look like. So when I printed this on my printer, I printed it to be the full size, 8.5 by 11. That's one of the things that's so great about digital papers. You can change them to the size that you need, and also you'll have them forever. You can just go to your printer and print them out when you need them, and you get endless uses out of the papers. I wanted to remind you that if you look in my description box below,
There'll be a listing of all the other people that have designed for the Crafters Castle this month. I would encourage you to check out their YouTube channels and blogs to get inspiration from them as well. While I'm applying the paper to the pocket, I just want to remind you to check my description box where you'll see a list of the other designers for the Crafters Castle. You will see that there will be links to their videos, and you can check them out for some additional inspiration. And I want to remind you again about the Crafters Castle Challenge blog. It's a monthly blog that's open to everybody, including international residents, and there's a prize every month. And basically you would submit your project. It could be a card or any kind of other project, and a winner is picked once a month. So it's a pretty exciting group, and you can also check out Crafters Castle on Facebook, which is a Facebook group for people who are interested in Crafters Castle Challenge blog, and also interested in sharing posts about their creations with each other. It's a great community to be a member of. At this point, I'm taking another piece of the pattern paper that came with the Boardwalk set, and this piece looks like light blue with swirls in it. It reminds you of bubbles. It's really pretty. And I'm just going to put that on the panel, and I have a piece of wood grain paper from my stash, and I'm going to also put that on top of the paper from the pack. I'm just layering some pieces on the front of my pocket here, and everything coordinates really well. I also have a little doily here from my stash, and in my original pocket I had it cut in half, but for this one I'm taking about 1/3 of the doily away, and I'm going to be gluing the rest to this panel. And I used probably too much glue, but one thing about that, you can always cover it up if you think that you can see streaks, because a doily is very lightweight paper, almost lighter than tissue paper. That is a seashell, and the seashells are from my stash. It's a regular die set that I have. I hope this was helpful for you to learn how to make a loaded pocket. I'm just putting the cards and tags back in. This is from my original loaded pocket. Now I'm switching gears, and I'm showing you the dies that I have for this box and for some 4-bar cards. So the dies for the 4-bar cards are from Trinity Stamps, and using those I was able to create this size. It's about the size of if you ever get a wedding invitation and there's an RSVP in it, that's a 4-bar card. So if you ever hear anybody talking about that, you'll know what that is. And I had some 4-bar envelopes in my stash, so I checked just to make sure everything was the right size. Now this die is from Lawn Fawn, and it creates a nice little box that you can put some 4-bar cards and envelopes in and give them away as a gift. I put the glue on the wrong part of the panel there, so I had to use my sand eraser to get rid of it. This is the bottom of the box. It has the little tabs that need to be adhered together, and then the top of the box I'm going to decorate first before I secure it. I used that pattern paper. The blue has the swirls on it, and then the green and blue stripes, and the girl from the kit, and she has a seashell to her ear. And inside are cards that match, so the recipient will be receiving this. It has a image on the outside, and then on the inside the cards will match. This is a bookmark or tag, and I'm going to use removable tape runner, just a little bit, just enough for it to be secure. So the person who receives it knows that they can take it off of the card panel and use it. I'm running some sentiments through my Xyron, and my Xyron is out of sticky paper. Actually, it ran out here as I was creating this project. So I struggle a little bit to get the words off of the sticky paper because the paper kind of rolled up on itself, like when you get to the end of a roll. And I struggled here to get the word imagine out of the tape. So yes, there were a lot of different struggles in this video. I hope you don't mind that I just kept them in and just rolled with them, because really this is creating for real. When I go to make a project for a design team, I make it first on my own and then do a video, because I want to be able to have practiced the techniques. But as we can see today, that doesn't always guarantee that it's going to all work out okay. By the way, this is mirror cardstock and the word imagine. I have some little gems from Honeybee, and I'm going to use one of these rhinestones for the eye. But then, as I'm filming this video and doing my voiceover, I realized that imagine has 2 eyes, so I should have put 2 gems on the sentiment. Oh well, I can always go back and fix it. Here I'm using a little bit of the Beacon 3-in-1 to adhere a flap that had come loose. That's the thing with using a tape runner to create this project. Sometimes the sides do wiggle loose. The Lawn Fawn box die comes with these little corners. They're so sweet. They have little sort of like scallops and little cut out dots. But what you do is, once you have your bottom of your box created, then you want to create the top. And this allows for your lid to fit over your bottom. This is just the way the die is designed to work. And I am using way too much adhesive here. I'm at the bottom of the bottle of my Beacon 3-in-1, and it's really coming out pretty quickly. But one thing about Beacon 3-in-1, you can go back in and rub it, any excess that is on your paper, and it comes right off later. So you can't really say the same thing about other glues, which is another reason why I really like the Beacon 3-in-1. I'm just holding the corners here in the hopes that they'll stay, in the hopes that they won't pop up. Janie, who is the coordinator for the Crafters Castle, was the one who I learned about Beacon 3-in-1 glue from, so I'm really glad. It's a great product. We're getting near the end of my video here, and at the end I'm going to have a still shot of the finished product. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed learning about these projects, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.